Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of 30 Inks 30 Days. Before we start, I have a couple of announcements. Some may be very jarring to some of you, but this is just the way things kind of have to go. So, I will be discontinuing my Patreon. Why am I doing this? Well, it's only like $30 a month. I really don't need the money. And I think that more people will learn if I put it on a platform that people can share with others. So I'm thinking about putting it on Discord or on Facebook. I understand that some people don't want to put it on Facebook because they don't want their real names put up there, so I will put the calligraphy classes on Discord in the calligraphy section, and I will open up my YouTube. Excuse me. I will put all of the classes that I have been teaching in the playlist section. So all of the playlists will be here in the playlist section starting October 1st. Okie dokie. Discord. Okay, so. Oops. Sorry. On my Discord page, all of the calligraphy classes will go in the calligraphy portion of the Discord. And if you would like to share your calligraphy, you can also do so there. Also, if you want to share photos or pictures of Marilyn Monroe or promote your own stuff, or if you see funny things on the internet, if you have a YouTube video, fountain pens, videos, ink, inspirational quotes, works in progress, general chat, and welcome ins. So, I think that this is a wonderful little place to just be able to put all of your stuff, which is wonderful because, like, we are all complex people, and sometimes people don't want to talk about Marilyn Monroe. Then you don't have to look at Marilyn Monroe if you don't want to look at Marilyn Monroe. You know what I mean? So, I think this is a wonderful space. I will continue to put the daily links in the description because I don't know why they're not continuous, but I understand that it keeps people from No, I won't be monetizing it under YouTube either. No. I'm just not interested in... It's not like I'm gonna make any money out of it. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe once I get like 10,000 subscribers, maybe then it'll be more lucrative. But right now, it's just like not really supportive. You know? And if you guys still want to participate by helping the channel, you can send me some paper or inks or pens. You can still send me things. You can send things things to this address and I will receive them and review them. So all things sent to the channel will be welcome. Okay? As for the schedule of things, I will be doing reviews at 1 p.m. Pacific until further notice. I have already asked for early retirement, and I was given okay to go on to leave at the beginning of the year. So that's great news. Great news. Things are looking up so far, but who knows how long they will last. Okay, let's do an ink review, shall we? Today's ink is a Bungubox Tipsy. It's kind of a purpley-ish ink, like a grayish purple ink. It's got a little bit of shading here and there. It's very nice, very nice. Here is our ink swatch and water resistance test shows. It does have a little bit of water resistance. Hi, Dormouse's desk. How are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? It does have a little bit of water resistance, but it's such a light ink. I might not want to put this on the outside of an envelope for fear it may smudge away. Here is our toilet paper chromatography. There is this gray splotch that we see in the middle of there, and then right along the edge there's like this violet. There's like a violet, and then right along the edge of that there's this purple-ish, this pinkish purple. Very interesting. And here is our ink painting of the day. Seems kind of light, but it's nice. I like it. Put my little and I'm gonna be using these as business cards, so I think they make great business cards. Even though my business is coming to an end, I think it'll be great to let people know about my work there. If you would like to still support the channel, maybe write me an Instagram message, and I'll send you my PayPal. You can PayPal me that way. But I think that there's some people that are in the Patreon that are just not participating, and I feel like I'm robbing them of their money, and they're not getting it. I have not seen them do any of the homework, which makes me sad. You know, I feel like when someone works so hard and they're not feeling like they're getting anything out of it, then I feel like stealing, and I don't want to steal people's money. I'm not that kind of person, you know. And don't get it wrong when I say that I'm not grateful for all of my new subscribers. If you also want to support the channel, make comments, ask me questions. That's how you can support me in this endeavor going forward, because that's where it is. That's where it's all about, huh, Brenda? Making a community where people feel welcome and used. All right, let's take a look at this ink. Oh, first let's do a writing sample. Oh, that one has things on it. Well, we'll just use the bottom corner of this. Just dirty. Nope, that's the ink from there. Okay, this is, what is this? Comments, subscriptions, likes are the best way to support your favorite creators. Amen. Alright, Tipsy. This is Bungubox. Tipsy. I wonder if they were a little tipsy when they made this ink. Because it looks like a whole bunch of colors mixed into one. It's very nice, very nice. The ink track's really nice. So that's good. Let's do a little... I put the ink in a little dinky dip. Let's see if I can use it as a calligraphy ink. Move this up and over just a smidge. Do this as... Oops, I forgot the U. Bungubox. Snag on my nib. Got a little snag on my nib. I need a new nib. Which means that I'm going to have to go to M level, which means that I'm going to have to buy a new Hobonichi, which I don't want to do. Because I know the girl there, she's going to be like, Marilyn, why aren't you going to buy a new Hobonichi? Aren't you cool? Ugh. I'll be like, Daisy, go away, I'm busy. Leave me alone. Okay, so let's see. It is a little more purpley, but when it goes down with a dip pen, it's much darker. So that may be something to consider when using it with a flex nib. I think the pen has a martini glass or something on it. You know how Bungubox does their those sorts of things. I don't know. I don't really follow Bungubox. I really should follow more ink people. Let's see. Bungubox Tipsy. I know that their ink bottles look like a high heel. Look like a wonky high heel. It's got some sort of fish on it. Oops. See, it's got some sort of fish on it. Inktel something. Tipsy mood. Kind of looks like an uncomfortable high heel. Alright, let's take a look at some paper review, shall we? This is the Pen and Gear Memo Book from Walmart.com. A little bit of shading, a little bit of shading, no feathering, a little bit of ghosting. This is lightweight traveler's notebook paper. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. A little bit of ghosting. Sometimes they ghost, sometimes they don't. This is super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. Minimal amount of shading, no feathering, a little bit of ghosting. A lot of bit of ghosting. This is Moleskin 70 GSM. Oh, it's definitely seeping into the page. And it did bleed and goes through the page. I don't know, man. When I was doing drag, I bought my high heels from Hollywood. And those things were comfortable. Field Notes Journal. A little bit of shading, a little bit of seepage, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Ayush 100 GSM paper. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Leuchtturm 1917. Oh, my stomach. I'm so hungry. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Midori MD paper. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. 52 GSM Tomoe River. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Cosmo Air Light 75 GSM. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. The Journal from the Dollar Tree. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Nemosine 80 GSM dot grid. A little bit of shading, a little bit of specklage. No real bleed through, a little bit of ghosting. Oxford Optic paper. Beautiful shading, no feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. Ooh, there's a little bit of specklage, which means that there's seepage and bleeding and ghosting. Up and Up Wide Roll Composition Book from Target.com. A little bit of shading, a little bit of feathering. I'm sorry, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. True Red Composition Book from Staples.com. A little bit of shading, no feathering, tiny micro bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Apica Notebook Paper, 81.4 GSM. A little bit of shading, tiny bit of feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. This is the Nanami 7C 68 GSM Tomoe River. Speaking of which, Gary, I am going to the post office after this. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. This is Sanzan Tomoe River. Does anybody know how heavy this is? I think it's 52, maybe it's 68. It feels heavier than 52. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Artist Loft 100 GSM paper. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Buffet handmade paper from Italy. A little bit of shading, barely any feathering on this one, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. U-style notebook paper. A little bit of seepage, a little bit of shading, a little bit of bleeding there, a little bit of ghosting. No rush, but thanks for sending it today. If you have time, yeah. I should get around to it today. So, this is Sheffield Home Paper Goods. Really splotchy, bled through the page. I think that's going to be our last review of, let's take a look at this paper. I think this is going to be the last review for this page. Look at all of the inks that I've gotten for this page. But 9 times out of 10 of them, they bleed through. So I will not be reviewing this paper anymore. But I do have a few pages of this, and I might use it as letter writing paper. I want to thank whoever sent this to me. It really means a lot when you guys send me papers to review. So that way you guys can get an idea. If you see this in a store somewhere, then you can be like, oh, that's a good paper, or maybe that's not the one for me. This is probably not the one for me. So, just putting it out there. Maybe not the one. It's probably worse. It's probably worse than mead. So, yeah, that one goes in the bin. I think TRS 52, but either more or less compressed than Tomoe River 7. I forgot which way. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I need to do some more research because I really want to get a new Hobonichi cousin, but I've seen some people use the new Tomoe River, and it's like really, really ghosty, or like even some bleedy, which I have not had any bleeding issues from the current Hobonichi, so that freaks me out a little bit. I like to use color on my pages, and if it bleeds through, I'm going to be very cross. $80 worth. Alright, this is CVS Caliber notebook paper. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Mead wide ruled notebook paper. I'm sorry, Mead 5-star notebook paper. A little bit of feathering, little bit of ghosting. This is Aqua Bee cross-section pad. A little bit of seepage. Oh, gosh dang it. This always seems to be yawning time. I don't know why. No bleeding, barely any ghosting. I don't yawn for the entire day, and like from 1 to 2, I'm like yawn city. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. A little bit of shading. No bleeding, no ghosting. Well, I get it. I get it instantaneously. I just have to walk down there, but I'm lazy, and I don't go down there unless I have to go to the post office. I have to go to the post office today, so I might have a Hobonichi by the end of the day. We'll see. Alright, this is the JNB Copperplate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. And a Rhodian Dot Pad, 80 GSM. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Last but not least, Original Crown Mill, 100 GSM paper. Tiniest bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Wow. If you guys would like to send a paper for review, you can do so to this address. This is my business address. You can send it there. Well, it's $70 for the book. Or it's like $60 for the book, but I want to buy a pencil board. That's another $10, and then I want to buy one of those little tiny rulers. That's probably going to be another $10. So I don't know. All right, let's take a look at a comparison panel and see where this ink lies. Oh dear, what was that? I don't know. Something fell on the floor. I wish that I could find a clear pencil board or a white pencil board, because I want to be able to see the lines through the paper, but I don't want to see an image through the paper. You know what I mean? I see these really cute pencil boards and I'm like, ooh, that would be really great, until I'm like writing with an ink that matches the color of the pencil board and then it goes invisible. You know what I mean? That makes sense? I don't know. Sometimes I like to yammer. No apparent reason. Alright, so this is Bungubox. Oops, I can't see what I'm... Can't see you guys. Okay. This is Bungubox Tipsy next to Diamond Amazing Amethyst. For the page layout. See, I like the weekly, I'll show you. I'll just show you. We've only got time. I'm not working today, so I really like this. I really like this bit here. I like this bit that has the times going down the middle of the page. If I could just have like this, but like all the way over to the side, I think that would be perfect. Spread out a little more and maybe use all the way down to the bottom of the page, all the way to the top of the page. I think that would be perfect. That's why I want to do my own. But I was thinking thoughts about getting the weeks, because sometimes I've really toned down the rambling. I've used almost every page of this journal. There have been a couple of them that have just kind of gotten by me. But usually I journal every day in this book. And sometimes it's like Yammer City, and other days it's pretty quiet. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm thinking thoughts about it. Okay. page a day with a left margin work. Well, the problem with the weeks is it's thinner, and I wouldn't be able to write. I'd have to have an when I have thoughts that are more than the page of the more than the that, then I put my overflow either in this book or in my currently inked book. And sometimes I ramble, but sometimes it's just like a couple of extra things. So I don't know. I kind of liked the Hobonichi, but in a way I don't like it. So I'm gonna have to think thoughts about it before actually going to get one. Because what are you making noise for over there? Nobody asked you to make any noise. Alexa. Okay, this is Bungubox Tipsy. Next to Diamine, Amazing Amethyst. These are a little bit in the same department. Bay State Grape, Lavender Purple, Violet, Purple Dream, Dark Lilac, Fake Lame Dark Lilac, Rose Noir, Brown Pink, Blueberry Muffin, Tanzanite, Slight Snow, Strawberry Milkshake, Nightshade, Ebony Purple, Deck the Halls, Brexit, Black Violet, Bootlegger Scarlet Letter, Winter Miracle, Birthday Cake, Bilberry, La Calor Royale, Tchaikovsky, Gummy Berry, Province Lavender, Lilac Twinkle, Purple Rain, Stipula Purple, Imperial Purple, Royal Purple, Mixable Purple, Tender Purple, Majestic Purple, Barossa Gilt, Violet, Lame Violet, Harmony, Freedom of the Starry Skies Purple, Schaefer Script Purple, Gooseberry, Lavender, Andy Warhol Pop Art Purple, Griffin Purple, Psychedelic Purple, Festive Joy, Hayabusa Glistening, Cassia, Eggplant, Violet, Carcos Violet, Monteverde Sapphire, some Violet Silver, Amalfitano, Murasaki Purple, Murasaki Shikaboo, Amazing Amethyst, Amethyst de Laurel, Mambado's Hat, Violet Boreal, Pelican Violet, Private Reserve Purple Mojo, Amethyst, Nakamurasaki, Wisteria, Diamond Phillip, Diamond Damson, Diamond Memory Lane, Robert Oster, Violet Dream, Troublemaker Fox Club, Pannonia Lilac, Orgona Lilac, Venta Inks Violet Mascara, Neko Yanagi, Pearlescent Dawn, and Kyoko. So, I do have one ink that I'm thinking thoughts about right now. Let's see. This is the one I was thinking of. Pen BBS 346. This one's kind of similar, and Pen BBS 270 is kind of similar. I don't know why I have them in the black department, but some blacks are gray and some grays are blacks. Or some purples are gray and some purples are black and some blacks are green. So this is another one that's kind of weird. It has like purple in the undertone and then there's like green going on. But in the writing, this one looks more blue and this one's more purple. What about any blacks? Do we have any blacks that are purple? Don't think so. I've got a black that's green. Here we go. Diamond Solar Storm is like a very dark purple with some silver shimmer. Diamond Seize the Night is kind of a mauve colored black. Ayo Murasaki. Deep Doing Water Blow. Diamond Eclipse. Nope. Okay. That black page that you did was very interesting. I've never done blacks like swatching them all together like that. I might have to do something like that. Well, what do you guys think about today's ink? Do you guys have this ink? What do you guys think about this ink? Leave those comments in the section below. Don't forget to check out my website. Let me know what you think about that. Join the Discord. I will update the link right now so you guys can come and hang out and say hello in the welcome department. Oh, excuse me. Sleepy. Okay, I haven't updated the Discord link, so go check out the Discord link. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Uh-oh, what did you miss? Hi, Bumblebee. You're a day late, you're an hour late and $1 short. An announcement for the patrons. I'm gonna be shutting down my Patreon. So after October 1st, I will be shutting down my Patreon. I think that if you're interested in continuing to support the channel, what you can do is you can like and comment and subscribe, and you can ring the bell and make sure that it's set to all. You can like and comment and subscribe. And share this video with your friends. Right here where it says share. And then you can get them to like and make a nice comment. Tell them to share this with their friends. No, I'm not going to do that either. Yeah, it's just, I don't have time. I am finding that every day I'm running out of time. So, I think that I have to choose acceptance and move forward. I will be putting things on the Discord. I will be putting the calligraphy classes on the Discord. So if you want to, you can join the Discord. And then you can go to my Discord. And then the calligraphy classes will all be here. And also this is where I will be posting the Zoom links for calligraphy classes. So if anybody is interested, they can come and join the Zoom that way. If you... And you can also share your calligraphy and other stuff here. share your photos if you want to, and fountain pens and videos and ink and inspirational quotes and works in progress. And if you just want to chat, there's a spot for just chatting too, so, which is really awesome. Sub for the hobo. Alright, I will. Thank you so much. So, well, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, or ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Hi, Ricky Tomatoes. How are you doing today? It's a very nice lavender ink. Well, it's more like a dark, it's more murky than it looks. Oops, can I have some focus? And some lighting, please? It doesn't really look like this. It looks more like this to my eye. So it's a rather darkish ink. So it's like a dark lavender. Well, not dark lilac, but more like a dark lavender. Maybe, kind of, a little bit. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. Please share this with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So, take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.